Hey guys, I have two separate YouTube channels. One of them is fitness, health, and partly my journey, and it also has my circus stuff. So all of my athletics. I have another page where it's actually all my stand-up comedy, how I started and where I am now. I'm not gonna lie, I've been a bit cringeworthy in the past. Not gonna lie, but I'm always working on it, and I'm evolving as a person. So, I actually come to you today to share a bit of, not insight, just a little bit of, well, a few people have been telling me that while I've been a personal trainer and a movement coach, I prefer movement coach. It feels better to me. People have been telling me to also become a life coach, and I admit I don't have all my stuff together. I still have a lot to figure out, but it just means that I'm still in a journey, and I've definitely helped plenty of people within this journey. So there's one specific area that I want to touch right now. Many of us have set these goals to become healthier or do something new in our life, or it's whether we're exploring a bucket list or we just want to change our lives for the better in some way. And it usually starts at the very beginning of the year, January 1st. And in this case, in the fitness aspect, people usually drop off around mid to end of January, somewhere around there. And while it's good that you started on this journey and you wanted to make a change, there's two aspects that they kind of hurt us all. And the first one is actually, whenever you're making a change, you're replacing something. You're replacing one habit for another. So if it's a nutritional change, you're changing your dietary choices. Whether you go into a restaurant and choose something healthier, or you go to the grocery store and instead of buying stuff already made, you buy ingredients. You are changing something. And whenever you change anything, you have to start small. There's a saying with this, it's called micro equals macro. You start small, and over time when you add small, then it makes something big. That's really how it happens. And the beauty of this is, when you do this, you almost start to, because you're specifically involved in it, and you're not an outsider, then you don't necessarily see all the change actually made in the short and sometimes even long term, and I'll say long term, and the months, 2 months, 6 months, 9 months. Sometimes we have trouble seeing it, but people on the outside will definitely see it, and also they'll acknowledge it. So start small. And even if it's not nutrition, if it's going to the gym, or if it's finding an activity that you like doing that challenges you in some way and makes you feel better about yourself, and it pushes you toward the self that you want to be later on, that's absolutely wonderful. It doesn't always need to be at the gym. The gym is just an extremely helpful area to go to. And hopefully you have a gym that has a very positive environment. So that's the biggest part. One, whenever you're changing something, you are literally replacing a habit. So also provide yourself with grace. Change does take time. And we have to understand that there are things that we put off because it'll take too much time. What we don't realize, if we made that small change, the amount of time that's gone past, like sometimes for me, it's 6 or 7 weeks have actually gone by, and I don't realize that if I made that little change and just kept on it, then things would have gotten more comfortable and a lot easier to process. And lo and behold, I've been gradually making something part of my routine for so many weeks, instead of saying, this is too tricky, I'm not going to do it. So start small. That is the most important thing. It's changing one thing about your diet, or changing a time that you eat, or changing a time that you wake up. And yes, you'll probably fail at this one little thing several times, But the thing is that you either you try to make it part of your habits, or you say, you know what, this is a little bit tricky right now, let me change something a little bit different. So it's practicing discipline. It's practicing, oh, this might have been a little bit tricky, let me work on this at a later time. There might be something that I'm missing within this process. So start small and simply give yourself grace. So I hope this was helpful, and I actually really enjoyed making this video because yes, I am practicing this myself and I help other people with this as well. So please let me know if this was helpful for you, and if you have any questions, comments, curiosity, go ahead and drop them in the comments, and yeah, I'll get to you.